Hillsboro's population has increased significantly over the past 20 years, and now the city is planning for the next 20. What will the future housing needs of Hillsboro's growing and diverse population look like? Is there enough residential land to meet these needs? And will the supply of housing meet the needs of community members at all income levels? These are some of the questions asked and answered by the City of Hillsboro's 2023 Housing Needs Analysis. The 2023 Housing Needs Analysis looks at the amount of land available for housing and forecasts the need for additional housing units over the next 20 years. This analysis concludes that by the year 2043, there will be a need for significant housing units beyond what's already planned and a need for additional land. Of the additional units needed, just over half are projected for home ownership, with the remainder available as rental units. The greatest need for rental housing is for units below market rate that maintain housing costs that are affordable. Income trends suggest that the greatest demand for home ownership will remain in the $300,000 to $600,000 price range. Each of these housing units represents the place one of us calls home. Here are a few examples of what community members like you and I had to say about their experiences with housing in Hillsboro.
I've been pretty much homeless, but like the first 5 years of my life. And then once I became 12, 13, I started moving back and forth from Hillsboro and Cornelius. Once I turned 16, I was pretty much homeless. I didn't know where to go. I stayed with a friend. Ever since then, it's been pretty unstable. I started working when I was 12. So ever since then, I've had to make ends meet. I tried to find resources for it, but I just kind of couldn't find anything that would help pay my rent. Because, like I wouldn't have had to move. I wouldn't have to look for another place to stay if it wasn't for the rent part. People think homelessness is just being in a tent, but it's more than that. It could be you just staying with your family, trying to find a shelter or transitional housing or whatever, right? It could be any situation really where you just don't have a place to really call your home and be comfortable.
I've been homeowner for 5 years now, which is, feels great. It was hard to be a homeowner because I had student loans, I had medical bills, to pay off. And the money I was making as a caregiver wasn't much, was not like enough, for a mortgage. And Washington County financial advisor told me there's a great program called like Proud Ground. How about if you go and partner with them and just, buy your home? His name was Roberto, and he was like, they're gonna help you with everything. Without the Proud Ground, home ownership wouldn't be possible. It's a good location. It's quiet and the neighborhood really nice. I love it here.
My parents were needing for us to help them out a little bit. They didn't drive anymore. And they loved Hillsboro and they loved our neighborhood. And we thought it'd be great to have them move up here with us, but not live with us, and instead be our neighbors in our backyard. ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. The city of Hillsboro made the process really easy for our family when we were looking to build and getting our permits. They were really clear with what the guidelines and expectations were, and really friendly, and answered so many questions for us and kind of helped us through the process. I know that in Hillsboro right now it's hard to find smaller places to rent, and I think having an ADU could provide that niche where it provides income to the property owner and then also an affordable place to live for other Hillsboro neighbors.
Now that we have a clearer idea of the housing needs in Hillsboro's future, our focus is finding strategic ways to address those needs through the housing production strategy process. This work includes looking at different policy themes, such as making sure we have enough land for housing, providing affordable homes in new areas, helping people become homeowners, and building more rental housing for larger households. There is a lot of work ahead to ensure that the supply of housing meets the needs of Hillsboro's growing and diverse population. The City of Hillsboro wants to hear from you. To learn more about how you can get involved in efforts to meet the community's housing needs, connect with City of Hillsboro staff by visiting www.hillsboro-oregon.gov/HNA.